What's up, everybody? It is Jelly Roll Friday. What's going on? What's going on? Happy New Year. What's going on? Happy New Year. What's going on? It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. What's up, everybody? How are you? Have you had enough excitement for your lifetime? I guess I haven't yet because I'm still here. This is crazy. Everything is crazy. The world is a vampire. Yeah, we'll get to that later. I'm gonna have to go ahead and do that again. Somali pirates are still stealing. I don't even know what else to say about this because it's just the fraud is off the charts. We already know that. It's not even like uh, fraud seems like such a ew. What's up, Roger Vassallo? Happy New Year, my friend. Oh, happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. I wish I had like the board, the thing where you can do the yay and the streamers and the balloons and all that stuff. I'll get to it at some point here shortly when I figure out how to do that. I guess it's called a soundboard or something. I'll have to do that whole thing. I don't know. I'm not a novice, but getting down into the weeds with the tech is just working. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. It's Jelly Roll Friday, and I've called it Jelly Roll Friday for my God, for well years actually. When I was doing live streams on YouTube before before my old account was nuked. And now I've got this account, so whatever, we'll see what happens. Sorry, this eyelash is driving me to drink, but I don't drink. Anyway, what's up? It's Jelly Roll Friday. And man, what isn't news now? So we got these Somali pirates, they're still stealing. And what's happening is not just that, because God is just really revealing. This is like a period of complete revelation. I, I think we're going to see things that we might have forgotten about that come back to haunt the country and the world. Um, these people have literally come here and been doing nothing but stealing from us for God 30 years at least. This goes back. Who I saw somebody on X posted about this today. Um, I'll pull it up because I think I sent it to myself and I saved it because it's quite interesting. The timelines and how we went to grab like a Somali warlord or something. And it was supposed to be a 30-minute operation, and it turned into an 18-hour street fight ordeal that ended with American soldiers being dragged through the streets of Mogadishu. And, then somehow, for some stupid reason, under the Clinton administration, we got stuck with all these loser ass, low IQ, inbred Somalis. So this started before Slim Slacks Obama. This goes way back, like 30 years. And what evil didn't the Clintons have their dirty, rotten hands in? Like the Mena, Arkansas, the drug flight through Mena, Arkansas during the Colombian drug running Pablo Escobar. They're tied to all that, and they still walk free. They've just walked free for decades and decades, knowing the shit that they have done. I mean, this is not speculation. My God, Hollywood, they told you. Go watch the movie. I believe it's called American Made. And it talks about this happening. The Clintons and the planes the guy used to work for, he was a pilot for what used to be Trans World Airlines, or TWA, that's long been closed down, gone. Maybe the drug running, I don't know, had something to do with it. But anyway, that pilot, for former pilot for TWA, like made so much freaking money from the CIA operations, like through Colombia. And man, it's some crazy shit that went on. But my point in saying all that was it was tied to the Clintons and their connection to Mena, Arkansas. And it's a movie. It's a movie now. It's common knowledge if you just go find it. God's word said, in all you're getting, get understanding. Go watch the freaking movie if you don't believe me. I want you to read up on articles. Go through the articles during that time. It will, you can, the information is out there. There were brave journalists who reported on it. And like I said, Hollywood made a movie about it called American Made. It's actually a really good movie with Tom Cruise. And sorry, I went off on that tangent talking about the Clintons and how they were tied to Mogadishu and Black Hawk Down. That there again, Hollywood telling us exactly what happened in history. That was the movie about the operation I just mentioned in Mogadishu, Somalia, back in like 93. Was that 93, 94? Somewhere in that time frame. It's out there. The movie, I mean, the movie is like 20 years old, I guess. But dude, they brought these people here like 30 plus years ago and started setting up shop. Because see, after being a federal employee, I can look back and see, oh, okay, so they couldn't just like kick the door in and steal the money outright. And they, meaning the politicians, all of those involved, the NGOs involved with all of the theft and setting up shops and LLCs to start these processes of stealing taxpayer money. They can't just kick the door in. You got to have a bucket. You got to have a place where the money goes. And if you look back at the Doge findings, I always give credit to Doge. Thank you, Doge. Thank you, Elon, for all of your hard work and showing the American citizen and the world what horrible, horrible things and the atrocious abuses that we have suffered over the years. These individuals, these politicians have made themselves fabulously stinking rich at your expense. And then they'll try to tell you, oh, socialism is great. Socialism is wonderful. And, collectivism, as Zorhan Mamdani, Muhammad, since he was sworn in, and technically he wasn't sworn in. I don't believe it because he's put his hand on the Quran. That is not ours. So to me, he's not the real fucking mayor. When you swear in on the Bible, you solidify your position. That is God's word. That thing that he put his hand on, fake, phony, and false. It's not, none of it's real. It's all an illusion. So they are continuing, even though President Trump is dropping the hammer on these bastards for all of the theft that has gone on the past like 75 years, like after World War II, like the theft just has kicked into overdrive during certain presidential administrations. One of those was Obama, of course, and before that it was Bill Clinton. Him and Medusa, Hillary, you know that old hag stole billions of freaking dollars. Uh, the questions about Haiti still have not been answered. Okay. And Haiti is still a failed state because mostly because of her. Thank you, Miss Kirsten. Hello, Kirsten. I like that name. And thank you for reposting the stream. So it saddens me and it pisses me off. It makes me very, very angry, along with many other American citizens who are now saying, you know what? I'm not paying taxes no more. You can go kick rocks. What you gonna do if 300 million of us stop paying taxes? What you gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Because this shit is ridiculous. Like, they are continuing to double down on the absolute theft. Tim Walsh, butt plug Tim, that son of a bitch, he just implemented another program that is supposed to be for like 20 weeks of paid leave for having a kid in Minneapolis, Minnesota, that's full of nothing but freaking Muslim ass Somalis. All they do all day long is pop out babies like it's a damn Skittle factory. They popping out babies left and right, bro, and they don't believe in abortion. Oh, but the Democrats will tell you all day long to abort yours. As an American citizen, abort. Illegal alien from Guatemala or Honduras or Mexico. No. You don't have to. We don't mean you. We need you to keep reproducing. We're talking about the stubborn American citizens who have firearms and who are veterans and who are trained killers. We're talking to them. Abort, abort, abort. We're not talking about the Chinese or the Indians or any of the illegals who have come here, particularly over the last 4 years. No. Y'all keep all y'all babies. Matter of fact, keep having them. We need more anchor babies. Right? That's their mantra. That's their intention. That's their agenda. They want them to keep the illegals. Oh yeah, y'all keep having them babies, honey. Y'all keep them up, keep them coming, because we need the new class of voters. We need the new class that we can really put the boot on their neck, but they don't even know we're doing it. They think that we're giving them all these great welfare benefits and that we actually like them. We don't like illegals. We don't like blacks. We don't like you darkies. We don't like anybody. Democrats don't like anybody except nobody. Okay. They only deal with individuals who have money and who think like them. If you don't, they want you beaten down in the ground and you don't get a right to speak. You don't get a right to talk. So the program, as I just mentioned, Tim Walsh started this program, 20 weeks of leave he meant the Somalis. He ain't talking about American citizens. He don't want white folks reproducing. He don't want white folks. And he's the stupidest thing. I've never seen anything like it. How do you push white folks, hating white folks if you white? It's mental. It's an evil spirit that has been looming over this country. You know, if you watch the movie, I've referenced it quite often. If you watch the movie Constantine, it's a perfect description on how these demons that are not authorized to be on this side of eternity and on this side of the functioning living universe, but somehow they broke into the universe. And I won't tell you how if you haven't seen it. But it's so true, bro. They, there's no way that you can be a rational thinking person and put a bunch of illegal foreigners ahead of your own people and ahead of yourself. Yet, like, Tim Walz is a retard. It's a reason why folks is still driving by the house that he is squatting in, aka Governor's Mansion, calling him a retard. It's because he is. He's stupid. He bent over forward and took the butt plugs out long enough to be spanked on the ass by the ugly, evil Somalis. They're not victims. Fuck that. I'm not giving them that. Well, they're just being used. They know what the hell they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're not victims. They're not victims. No, they're not. They know exactly what they're doing. They know that they have been living off taxpayer money for decades. They know they're doing it. They know they're stealing. They've known it the whole time. They know it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they create all these LLCs that go nowhere, and you go to the so-called office of the LLC, and there's nothing there. It's like there's either nothing there, or if it's a strip mall, or it's in an office that doesn't exist, or it's in a parking lot. The LLC, it means nothing. So they know what they're doing. They create these LLCs because they're given direction by these libtard white folks who have white guilt and are also using Somalis as their victims. You know, it used to be, black people, FBAs, or what we call foundational Black Americans. That's me. That's my people and my ancestors who have been here since the 1600s. Okay, so like, what these Somalis just got here. They haven't built shit. They're too dumb. They have an IQ less than room temperature, bro. They're dumb AF, up to and including Ilhan Omar. She's not smart. She just learned how to use big word salads. She's not smart at all. She's just manipulative, and she's an asshole. And I'm really sick of looking at her little ET phone home, ugly ass, little narrow ass face. Get her out of here with her buck teeth and her disgusting nose and her weird look on her face all the time, and her always pointing the finger and lecturing Americans. But yet you here in my country, you here, your country is a failed state. Somalia's entire GDP has been propped up by American citizens and American taxpayers working our asses off and paying for their sorry ass. We should have never went over there in the 90s and took soldiers and lost 18 soldiers, and 100 or so others were injured, permanently injured, in that shithole, ratchet, sewer ass country. It's not exactly a destination spot. Now, is it, Ilhan? And now they're crying victim because Nick Shirley did such an excellent journalist job. He has busted this whole thing wide open. Like, this is like Gary Webb level breaking a story wide open. And now Nick Shirley has to have armed security. Like, what? He's a journalist. He's a real journalist. And now CNN and these other fake media, as I call them, the Jezebel, whore, Sodom and Gomorrah media. Now they're coming in, oh, we were doing that story years ago. We reported on it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Please stop. Just stop. We can look. The internet is forever. On some level, we can go back and look and see you haven't said shit. And if it was not for Nick Shirley, we would still be in the dark about most of this stuff. But it started with Nick Shirley. It actually didn't James O'Keefe when he started Project Veritas. One of his very first stories that he broke wide open was like HUD Section 8 fraud. It wasn't the Somalis, but it was a different story. But these are gumshoe, real, honest to God journalists who get the story for the benefit of telling the people, look, this is going on. This directly affects your life. And yes, it does, because they've been getting federal money for over 30 years, and we have been on the hook and paying their tab while they party like it's 1999. Well, okay, we already did that. But they party, you can find me in the club, bottle full of blood. I got what you need. They're luxury cars, buying several properties, sending money to Kenya and Somalia, and money flowing through Dubai. Money going to freaking terrorist group Al-Shabaab. And we just been handing them money. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. With your giant ass 4-head, 5-head, 10-head ass. How y'all have all that damn head and it's completely empty because y'all dumb. People have had it with being fleeced. America, after this massive, massive, massive fraud that's only partly been uncovered, Tim Walz should have been, him and his butt plugs should have already been in jail. There's no reason that dude should still be sitting in the governor's mansion. And he's running for re-election. Oh, shit. Running for re-election. And it's being discovered day after day after day after day that you were in charge while $10 billion in fraud has perpetuated. It's going to be like $100 billion. You watch. Because that's all they do is steal. There were people coming from out of state to start LLCs in Minnesota. Okay. This is going to be over $100 billion by the time it's all said and done. Telling you, bro. They keep finding things. Now we're on home daycare. Next it's going to be like lawn care and landscaping and entire neighborhoods. They've already found some Somalis who have started supposed development companies that were building like this suburban area homes and did all these renderings. Well, they had somebody else do it because they're dumb. All these pretty renderings of this, that, and the other. And oh my gosh, and we're just going to build a community for Somali, blah, blah. We're going to have schools and we're going to have parks and we're going to have feeding our future meals and this, that, and the other. Dude just stole, what was it, $10 million because he collected it from investors. Another episode of American Greed. I have been watching that show a lot. It just shows what's happening right now. American Greed, it always ends the same every single time. every time these people are caught. They live lavish lifestyles on somebody else's, on other people's money, on other people's dime, on other people's hard work. Some of these people who invest in these so-called like hedge funds or um, these investment groups, or they put all this pretty literature together and these really nice packets and cook up a bunch of numbers and make fake numbers and say, oh, we made this much in during that time. For the last 5 years, we've seen steady returns. And oh my gosh, you're going to get like a 15 to 20% return on your investment. So you can pretty much just live off your damn interest from the returns. You've already invested 100,000. If you can just invest like 100,000 more, then, I'm pretty sure we can make you a lot of money, and you're going to be able to retire and just live off of there are people who, like, it's so sad, it's just sad, but it's greed all around because they thought they were getting this great investment deal, and it turned out not to be an investment vehicle but to be a hoopty that's broke down on the side of the road and ain't nothing left, but they put your shit up on bricks. Okay. I'm from Chicago. You see that shit all the time. But these people are just left destitute because those who defraud other people, they don't leave you enough to live off of. They don't give a shite if you lose your house. Some of these people mortgage off their homes, they sell their cars, they give their life savings to these individuals who just steal they steal their money. And you see them just living it up, just living it, bro, buying yachts and fancy Bugattis and cars and just living it up, designer suits and going to exotic places across the planet. And see, then when the Ponzi scheme starts to kind of, dwindle down, then they start to panic. And then they got to go out and get more money coming in because that's how the scheme works. You got to keep money, investors coming in to pay those who invested on the front end. It's bizarre. It is bizarre. I don't believe any of them. If it's not somebody that I've watched for a long time, like Bob Kudla of Trade Like a Genius, I trust Bob Kudla. I've seen him on the X22 report for over 10 years now. So Bob Kudla, he's squared away. He's a great, and I don't, I don't like have I'm not being paid to endorse him, but what I'm saying is I trust him as in a solid way to invest your money and a way to learn the stock market and to learn crypto. He's a good bet, a good place to show you where to invest your money. But these individuals who create like these commercials, I saw one that's a new one out there on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, no, you full of shit. You showing people jumping off the homemade diving board into the nice river at grandma's house, and people are running around playing and hiking in the woods, and you're hyping up all this, your new investment group. Man, go to hell. No, I've seen too many episodes of American Greed, and I am not interested in any of them. I don't trust any of them. Just like these politicians, just like these Somalis. How did all of these individuals get daycare centers under these foreign names like this? How did that happen? Like, I'm just started my research earlier this week on Colorado because there's some shit that's been brewing, and I know they're getting nervous in Colorado because, for one, here I'll show you one. I want to wait until I get more information together, but like, for example, this is, I think I showed you the other day, uh one of these places that's supposed to be a daycare center is like some dude who appears on the page when you pull it up on Google. It's, is this it? I think this might be it. No, that's not it. Hold on. But here, I'll show you this. Is it? Oh no, that's not it. Sorry. Hang on. I'll find it in a second. But Colorado started some like emergency daycare orders. Here, you know what? Let me bring it in. I'll bring it in so you can see it. They started emergency daycare orders using legislation, and the timing is impeccable. And I want to get the research together because people are posting some fire um, um, research, and I want it to be okay. There we go. Well, I'm going to bring this in. I want it to be solid, but check this out. This is one example. This is House Bill 20B-1002, and this is 2020 extraordinary session. They called it extraordinary session. Woo! Emergency relief programs for childcare sector. This is in Colorado. This is the Colorado General Assembly concerning the creation of COVID-19 emergency relief grant programs for the child care sector, and in connection therewith, making an appropriation. Who do we have here who's still causing trouble in Colorado? Oh, is that Brittany Pedersen? Yeah, the one who was 8 months pregnant in her campaign commercial in 2024, but she told you to abort your kid. Yeah, that Brittany Pedersen. She was a senator then, but she ran out of time. She couldn't be a senator anymore, so she came over to Congress. So, remember baby prop, baby prop female who had her baby on the damn house floor all the time? Just because you blind, you ain't cute. Funny looking ass. So, this supposedly, the department shall begin the grant award process on or before 31 January 2021. This is some of the money that went to these childcare programs. It was an emergency childcare program. Had to do it right now, right now, right now. They called it what? An extraordinary session. Extraordinary. Oh my gosh, it's extraordinary. So the act makes, I'll just read you a couple of these appropriations. For 2020 to 2021 state fiscal year, 45 million, 16,000 $340 is appropriated to the Department of Human Services for use by the Office of Early Childhood. The appropriation is from the general fund. To implement this act, the Office of Early Childhood may use the appropriation as follows. And then it goes on into how the funds can be used. Okay, so it talks about down here, B, 34,806. This is the highest apportionment, 34, almost $35 million for the child care sustainability grant program created in section 26-6-802 Colorado revised statute. The problem is that no longer exists. It has been replaced by a different Colorado revised statute. They renamed it and called it something else. I don't know when that was done, but it was done very quickly. So check this out though. And then I'm going back over to the Somali thing. $150,000 appropriation for linguistic and culturally competent outreach and technical application assistance in support of the emerging and expanding child care grant program created in section 26-6-803. Yeah, linguistic and culturally competent outreach. That's because the illegals had started to come over here and remind you of this date in early 2020 and into 2021. Why would you need to open a bunch more daycare centers when Colorado was like California on extreme lockdown? All daycare centers were pretty much closed, but you need emergency money to open daycare center? Okay. No, I lived here. And Colorado was on the heels of California with regard to COVID restrictions. You couldn't have a daycare center, but they started opening up supposedly new daycare centers during that time because so much money was floating around from the federal government for COVID relief. So keep all that in mind as things start to progress with these cities and states across the country that have these childcare programs. Very interesting. Now let's get back to the Somali pirates. Because there's just so much news. There's just was it this one? Let me see if it was this one. Oh no, I saw that one. Hold on. There was one. Huh. No, that's not it. Okay, it's over on X. So, dang, I'm gonna have to. Dang it! Sorry, I thought I already had it. Sometimes I think I send stuff to myself and I haven't done it yet. Okay. This, you remember this, Jim? This just happened a few days ago. This individual thought that she could just threaten our African American known as Elon Musk. He is, we in the Black community, we claim him. He is I don't like the term, but he is literally an African American. So he's pretty much Black. This individual is not an FBA. This is a Somali tether. Probably, I don't know if this thing was born here or not, but this was on 1 January. Doge designer posted breaking Somali TikToker threatens Elon Musk's life. Check this out.
And people say like this is fake. I'm like, actually, well, let's look at.
What?
Kan muxuu haystaa lacag bis haystaa baduu fool xun yahay iska fool xun yahay kan waa duq uu dhiman rabaa. I wouldn't worry too much about this one. That albaabkiisa jooga. I wouldn't too much about him. He about to die.
Oh, he about to die. He about to die. He about to die. He about to shut up. So anyway, this foreign illegal alien tether. What's up, DLN? Thank you for reposting the stream, my friend. This is, let's see, I think it's this one. No. That was on the 1st of January. What's today? The 2nd of January. That was her yesterday saying, don't worry about him. You know, he about to die. He about to die. He about to die. And now this is her today. Check this out. Not so tough after all. Interesting.
Elon Musk's name are being voiced in the same breath. I wouldn't
believe
you, but here I am today. Hello, if you know who I am, do you know why this video has to be made on December?
Sorry, I need a better copy. Sorry, I thought it was going to be louder because now she speaks in a soft voice. Hold on a second. I'm going to find a bit, and this was by Tara Bull. But I'm going to find better. I'm going to find a better copy. So maybe you can hear it. Let me see. Oh my goodness gracious. I got to find a better copy. Her name is Fardausa Muhammad. Ah, shit. Okay. Here. Let's see. I need to find a better copy so that you can hear it. Oh, for goodness sake. It's just my computer. Sorry. I need to get a better microphone or something. Hold on. I'm gonna play this one. This is reposted by Poopster on X, but he is talking about this guy. He is a podcaster named Asmongold, and his reaction is pretty dope. But this is, what's up, Wanda Gibson? Thank you. What's up, Joy Williams? You are amazing, my darling. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. What's up? What's up, my friends? Jay Williams, you are amazing. But check this out. Now she's changed her tune, and we're going to listen to how she's the victim now. Now you saw me just play her saying that, oh, he's you don't have to worry about him. Threatening his life, basically. You're a dumb Somali tether in high school, but somehow you got the inside information. Shut up.
Elon is a very powerful man and has endless amount of supporters. This will forever be a losing match for him.
That's right. You shouldn't have started it. Shouldn't have done
it. Elon Musk is coming at me with full force.
Good. He should. Now people are talking about it, it'll be worse for you. because you deserve it. You deserve to get shit back.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But I don't remember when I signed up to be an scapegoat, but okay. This tweet has caused me.
You've got to go home. I'm sorry. You've got to go home.
Yep.
Please.
Agreed.
I'm so tired of this shit. I am so fucking tired of it. This is insane.
Ditto.
What are we doing?
So this is the loudest one that I could find. Let's see. So yeah, anyway, now she's saying that, she's the victim and that Elon is a very powerful person and he's coming after her with full force. Bitch, you just threatened him on your live on TikTok. And then when he responds to your threat, you started this. You freak ass back to Mogadishu and fight your little crusade from there. Look, I'm with that dude. These people can't stay here. After all of this shit, we are finding that Somali dudes have been leaving from major airports in the United States, including the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport, the SeaTac airport in Washington State. Every single week for God knows how long. Every week. That I showed you on the last video that there was a report on this particular thing happening from 10 years ago and nothing has been done about it. They've been doing it. Do you know how much there's 250 to $300,000 every. Are you serious? These Somalis got to go the fuck home. All of them. Minneapolis proper and Minneapolis St. Paul needs to be emptied out. I don't care how it gets done. I just care that it is done. Somalia. You don't have to be nice here. We have nice people already here. We don't need foreigners. We don't need illegal foreign tethers. Dude, oh Lord have mercy. They need to go home. All of them. They're anchor babies. Don't leave them here. We have already been taking care of anchor babies for 50 fucking years. Y'all got to go. Take your anchor babies with you. We're not taking care of them. All these unaccompanied minors, they call them, they make up these cute little terms for everything. Gender affirming care, unaccompanied minors, unalived. What? They need to go. All of them. Everywhere. They all need to go. They are a drain on society. What the fuck? Dudes leave from major. I don't think you really, somebody post up, please. I can only see some of the comments. Post up that you holla, 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 holla if you hear me. Military aged Somali dudes every week leave the United States with suitcases full of money. 200,000, 300,000. Some of them leave the United States with suitcases full of passports, mostly foreign passports. Dude, are you serious? Trouble if an American citizen did that shit? They would pull you in a room and beat you to your socks. But Somalis, they wave them on through. Go on. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what you got in there. Oh, well, good. Go ahead, get on the plane. Well, we don't want to make you late. Are you serious? We can't even like have more than $600 in an account without the damn IRS going through your shit. But these bastards can come over here with their big 4-head, 6-head, 5-head, 10-head, and they funky clothes and they soccer shoes and go to the Middle East with suitcases full of damn money, and they're just waved through. Nope, they gotta go. They gotta go. I don't want to hear. And then, of course, you know, a couple of days when Nick Shirley did that story and posted his intrepid journalism, real journalism, by the way. Then this fool, let me find this. This fool talks about, oh, the daycare center got robbed. Negro, please. Hold on. Let me see if I sent it. Okay, nope. Hold on. Nope. Okay, I thought I did. What the hell? Oh my goodness. So yeah, so he claims that the daycare center got robbed with his $3,000, $3,500 designer glasses on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold, please. Un momento. Gracias. Oh, here. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can hear it. Hold on. Because this. Okay. Yeah, it's loud enough that you can hear it, I think. But look at this fool. Looking like a damn Somalian P. Diddy. Hold on. Notice his designer, those glasses, those frames are $3,500 of our tax money.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation.
Look at
enrollment of the children.
Look at the white liberal standing behind him, holding up. What the fuck is going? This is stupid. This is an absolute clown show. This is sorry, by the way, I always try to remember to give content creator the credit at Jimmy Falk 55. Thank you for posting this. Johnny Maga, I think he retweeted it. But he claims that somebody broke into the daycare because he talked too damn slow because he's Somali and he's inbred and he's dumb as fuck. So I'm just going to tell you ahead of time. He's saying they broke in and stole the files containing the children's information and the parents. And now he's dumb.
Children and also employee documentation that was gone.
Look at a white liberal.
There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book.
You're right.
This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community.
Oh, shut up.
As one video made by a specific individual.
You know what? If you feel unsafe, then you need to go back to Mogadishu. And that hat is like 10 sizes too big. And that's hard to believe with y'all giant ass fucking heads.
Made this all happen. We've been receiving hateful messages through our voice notes threatening us since the past couple of days.
Get the fuck out. We just want you to leave.
Including one that happened yesterday morning when the break-in, after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because this is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans.
No, you're not American. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are a tether. You are a foreign tether with dark skin. So you think you can pass for black and replace black people. You are a tether. You are not black.
Each other and help each other.
No.
Through everything that's happening.
We'll help you get out of here.
This is also sad that a video can cause all of this. I want to say that there are hundreds of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all help our children and everyone in our community. We have high quality daycares, and this is very sad news that one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in the daycare.
Oh, it's false? It's false? Really now? It's false? It's false. You know we can read, right? I mean, I know you can't because you're illiterate, because you're an inbred. We can read. We can see the reports. We can see the spreadsheets. You buck-toothed chump. We know that you have been stealing our money, and we would like for you to take your Amonke ass back to your country. This is not a good place for you. You need to go back to where stealing is the norm. We don't do that here.
How engaged everyone else to come and do this to us?
Because we want you to leave. How about that? You are rotten. Every one of you, you're rotten. Starting with Ilhan Omar, that ungrateful witch. She would be fine if she was grateful. No, she wouldn't. I'd still want her to go home. We've helped. No. Too many people over the years and the decades have taken our kindness for weakness, and now you're Muslim. You want to take over. We see the videos day after day after day. We see Dearborn and Hamtramck. We see Minneapolis. We see that you people, my God, in Dearborn, Michigan, they passed a city ordinance that fucking Muslims can slaughter animals in their house. Can you imagine? You're an American citizen and you got 2 dogs outside running around playing and happy. And one day you sitting watching TV and you hear an animal being tortured down the street from your house. And you realize, you call the cops, there's nothing that can be done because these Muslims took over and they changed your laws. They use our niceness and our laws against us for their own benefit. And American citizens are pretending it's not happening. It is happening. They do not assimilate, they dominate. That is it. That is all that is in the Quran, that is in their surah. They do not assimilate, bro. There's no such thing as assimilate. They come here to steal money and to take over. They have done it across other regions in the world. Excuse you, Iran is bursting at the seams right now. They have overthrown the Ayatollah Khomeini, dude. Iran, the people of Iran are demanding their freedom. As we speak, the police in Iran are shooting live rounds at protesters. Excuse you. Those whom the Son set free are free indeed. The spirit, the body, and the soul yearns for the freedom that Jesus Christ of Nazareth gave us by way of his sacrifice and his blood. Our soul yearns for freedom. We do not want to be subjugated. Islam is subjugation. And we allow these people to be here. I see mosques going up in around Colorado, dude. I'm like, who's paying for this? Oh, yeah. It ain't them. We have been too nice. We have been too nice to people who freaking hate us. For whatever their reason is. Oh, you ruined my country. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. You're going to have to get over it. You have to get over it. People are still talking this bullshit about slavery. That was 400 years ago. I was not here for that. Okay? I don't live in the past. That's why liberals cannot stand independent thinkers who are FBAs. They can't stand Clarence Thomas because he is an independent thinker and he is a strict constitutionalist and he believes in this country and he doesn't care about the color of your freaking skin. Dr. Carolyn Swain, another FBA, foundational Black American and beautiful woman who came from, I believe, Alabama. Wonderful woman. They don't like her because she's not on the Democrat plantation. Leo Terrell, he was a Democrat. And now he is a staunch conservative Republican. He knows what's up. They don't like us. They don't like us because we think for ourselves. They call us a coon or Uncle Tom. I don't give a shit. Do you think I care? Oh, that is. While you literally the one who's stomping the yard for illegal aliens who replace your neighborhoods and replace your people. Okay, I got it. Look at all these dumb ass, black ass gatekeepers who are trying to destroy the reputation of Nicki Minaj, who gave her life to Jesus Christ after years of making rap songs about ass clapping and booty shaking and shit. And now the Lord changed her life. Okay? He's always been there. She found Jesus. And now she was on a turning point. D.L. Hughley. and who was that other one? Roland Martin. They can't stand it because she's not. They see this is they need you to be ass clapping. They don't need you to think for yourself. You're no use to them. They need an uninformed and compliant citizenry. That was a quote in the Podesta files, by the way. Nobody talks about the Podesta files anymore, and they should. It's all relative. It's all relevant. These people have been stealing from us for a very long time. Look at this. Look at this. Here's another one. Here's another one. Look at this. Oh, where did I just see it? I just had it. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I gotta find it. Oh my God, I just had it up. I literally just, oh, okay. It's a, good grief. Sorry. No, these are important. So I'm, why the hell does it not come up? Okay, here, I'll find it a different way. Basically, no. Okay. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I have so many windows open that I can't find shit. There. Post from Mario Nafal. Sisters make $774,000 a year babysitting each other's kids on taxpayer dime in Washington. Two sisters in Washington Washington State figured out how to turn childcare into a full-time payday. All they had to do was babysit each other's kids and call it a business. They both signed up as in-home daycare providers. Then each claimed the other as the client. The state pays up to $33 an hour per child. So one watches 4 kids, the other watches 4, and suddenly they're pulling in nearly $387,000 each per year, all funded by taxpayer money. Calling this anything other than legalized fraud is an insult to working families who actually need support. Oh, by the way, yeah, it was me adding who can't afford daycare because it's too expensive. The kicker, by writing off expenses like food, rent, and car payments, they still qualify for even more benefits. Yeah, it's not childcare. It's a taxpayer-funded money printer. And the source was Barbary. So 700, almost $1 million a year to one set of freaking sisters. Okay. They have been stealing left and right, but I'm going to get to some of the other stories that I wanted to talk about. One of them is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who claims to be a Democratic, like a socialist. Oh my gosh. I make fun of her all the time because she's retarded. But she has managed to figure out a grift. What is that grift? Oh, to just say tax the rich, tax the rich. Oh my God, tax the rich. They have so much money. Like, tax the rich. And Elon is dumb. That bitch has a crush on Elon Musk. You cannot tell me otherwise. When you can't stand somebody, like she supposedly can't stand Elon, you don't do a tee-hee type of deal when you talk about them. I don't go tee-hee when I talk about individuals I cannot stand because they are a crook. I cuss and I call them to the carpet for the shitbag that they are. But her, watch her face. Every time AOC talks about Elon, she gets giggly and giddy. Hate it for you. You're not going to get pregnant there, AOC. You're already married to a funny looking, cooked out white dude who you're actually a sugar mama because he don't work. He hasn't worked since 2018, since you came into Congress. He doesn't have a job. He sits at home waiting for your sorry ass in probably a peppermint covered apron. What job does he have? He don't talk about a job. She don't talk about him very much. What, are you ashamed of him? You married him. You support him there, AOC. You're a sugar mama. You're a sugar mama. He doesn't have any kind of, at least with Ilhan Omar, the white dude she's married to, has a quote unquote, like real air quotes, consulting business. Consulting. Sure. People with functioning brains call it, money laundering pass through, but whatever floats your boat. It's cool. Anyway, AOC is full of shit. She's fake as fuck. She's another champagne socialist who's been hanging out with Zorhan Mamdani Muhammad, and his funny looking wife who looks like a freaking tranny. That's a weird combo. And to the inauguration, she wore this Soviet looking dress coat that it looked like old style USSR. Oh my God, people fall for this shit. I cannot believe people actually fall for these ratchet politicians saying tax the rich. Remember when she went to the Met Gala and she wore the dress that had tax the rich on it while she showed up at an event where the tickets were $35,000 a piece. Oh, really? I've never been to an event that tickets are $35,000 a piece. Like, okay, but you're a socialist who believes in collectivism. Got it. Okay, that's interesting. So AOC, let's talk about this whore. FEC filings. She has had FEC probes before, and nothing gets done. She pays back maybe $10, and she just goes on with the criminality like they all do. But her, it's worse because she claims that she's a socialist who wants everybody to be like equity. Oh my God, equity. But equity for thee, but not for me. Like, I can't be equitable because like I have to have stuff, and like I have to stay in expensive hotels and like go to expensive Met Galas and like have a white husband that I actually like hate white people, but like my husband is white and he does not work, and I'm like a sugar mama, I guess, like because I take care of him. Dumb whore. AOC poured $50,000 into high-end Puerto Rico venues this summer. Oh, remember her poor abuela during Hurricane, what was it? Helene or Harriet, one of those hurricanes a few years back. Remember when, her poor abuela lived in Puerto Rico and Trump was withholding aid money, but then the people of Puerto Rico found that there were warehouses full of food and diapers and flashlights and batteries and aid and canned food and fresh food that was rotting in warehouses because Trump sent a bunch of aid to Puerto Rico, but this lying whore and all those that she's close to were she supported the lies, while those who were the mayor, remember the mayor of Puerto Rico during that time, that crazy bitch with the crazy glasses who said Trump is holding the money and he won't give us the money. And we don't have nothing down here, and we don't have the money. But here we go. Little Miss Abuela herself, through her campaign organization, spent nearly $50,000 in Puerto Rico between June and September on lavish hotels fitting for a champagne socialist, of course, and meals according to the Federal Election Commission filings. For the third quarter of the year, the records also showed that $23,000 was spent on a, quote, venue rental in Puerto Rico. At the same arena in San Juan, where she had been spotted dancing in a suite during a Bad Bunny concert. Oh my gosh, because she has to be in a suite befitting of her socialistness. Same month as her gentrification speech, reports the New York Post on Wednesday. So she was supposedly opposed to the gentrification of Puerto Rico, but she was in a venue that was in the gentrified part of Puerto Rico. Because, gentrification for me, but not for thee. Of course, Newsmax reached out to her campaign, no comment. They only published a statement. She regularly travels to Puerto Rico to support local causes, blah, 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 fucking blah. I'm not reading that. She is deeply proud of her investment in grassroots organizing. Yeah, okay. Anyway, the filings show, let's skip to the good part or the bad part, depending on perspective. This bitch on the 28th paid $680 a night to the Hotel Palacio Provincial, followed by payments to the hotel on August 29th for $1,507.26, and on the 29th of September for $9,440.79. A payment of $3,861.20 also went to Hotel El Convento on the 25th of August, which also owns the Hotel Palacio Provincial property. She also spent roughly $15,500 in total lodging costs. Oh, you can't stay at what happened to your abuela? AOC? You can't stay with your abuela? Like, I thought you were supposed to. Wow. Is this the same bitch who rode around the country on private jets with Bernie Sanders? These private jets cost $15,000 an hour with their fight the oligarchy. Fight the oligarchy. No, that was her. Oh, Elon, look at me. Look at me. I'm Alexandria. I'm AOC. Look at me. I'm AOC. Look at me. No, Elon doesn't want your fat ass, dude. Ew. Go flubber around with that white husband of yours that you support and take care of. AOC is a sugar mama. She also, the campaign spent another $10,743.13. That's what they're saying. Some of the dining spots include San Juan, Puerto Rico's most exclusive restaurants like Cocina Abierta, Cocina Al Fondo, and Verde Mesa. Oh la la. Oh, right. Oh, but socialism, collectivism, communism. Got it. Between June 24th and August 25th, she spent $23,000 at the venue where Bad Bunny held multiple concerts, including on the 10th of August when she was there. Yeah. $5,000 at the Hotel Vermont in Burlington, $1,600 at the same hotel in April, $2,000 for the Thompson Central Park Hotel in New York City, $3,000 at the Arlo Williamsburg Hotel in Brooklyn, thousands of dollars at high-end restaurants, including with her campaign spending $4,500 on ice cream. God, really? No wonder she's such a big, greasy, fat ass. $4,400 on catering from Caleb Jang, a DC area executive chef. So this bitch is a champagne socialist communist who wants you to have nothing. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Zigal. While she splurges and lives it up on campaign money, the bitch pulled in like $10 million in like this fucking dumb in this country. Is there anybody who truly believes that AOC is like some kind of philanthropist or champion Robin Hood rat? She's not a hood rat. I'm a hood rat. She's not a hood rat. She doesn't get to do that. She is a Westchester, upstate New York white girl who pretends to be Hispanic. Ooh. She's only Hispanic when it's politically needed. So she's full of crap. She's full of crap. She's spending millions of dollars, money left and right on very expensive, very extravagant lifestyle things that we wish we could splurge on. God, if I'm able to buy a bottle of perfume every now and again, that's really, I love perfume. I love exotic, very exclusive perfumes, but I have finally got a vehicle, thanks be to God in his miracles. Sending somebody to just be an absolute blessing to my life. Got a car, only had it 3 weeks, and somebody ran into me. I wasn't even in the car, by the way. Wasn't even in the car. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. This is insane. Just living it up, bro. Living it up. Look, just living it up. The world is a vampire. Sent to strain. Secret destroyer. Hold you up to the flames. It has reached the point that American citizens we are fed up with this shit. We are fed up with these loser politicians who come around every 2 to 4 to 6 years and promise us the world and deliver nothing but failure and theft, money laundering, creating their own charities that they pour money into it. It never goes to the causes. It only goes to their extravagant lifestyles. I'm telling you, I have been watching American greed, and this all breeds excessive demonic corruption. It is from hell. All of these individuals for a very long time have been feasting at the trough of American taxpayers. We have funded the world. And they say that America is full of racists, that we're unkind. We're the most generous country on the face of planet Earth. We have subsidized Europe and their healthcare for years. We have subsidized Canada. They are figuring out that they don't even have a chance to exist without us. They don't. Keir Starmer, is that his name? Who's the prime minister for Canada? President Trump cut off all their freebies and made them pay tariffs. And they are struggling. They are struggling because they went all in on the Green New Nightmare and all the windmills and solar power and the bullshit and wind energy and Solyndra type green this and green that, and cut off all the coal plants and cut off all the natural gas and nuclear and just live off of wind and solar. That doesn't work. It is not a sustainable model. You cannot live like that, especially in a place like Canada where it is not 80 degrees all year round with sunshine. Canada is cold right now. They're in a deep freeze, and you're betting the house on wind and solar. Ask Germany how that's going. I don't think they'll have a good report for you. America has been feeding, clothing, and we have been supporting the entire planet. We have had the Mexicans, people from Central, South America. Look at Mexico. Their entire, dude, we supported them to the tune of $64 billion in 1 year. That is the GDP of most poor third world countries. That is just remittances alone. Just remittances to Mexico from the United States in 1 year, 2024, amounted to over $64 billion. Billion. With a B. We ain't even talking about the cartel money that y'all have made off of us for decades. We ain't even going into that shit. We ain't even talking about the drug money and the human trafficking that y'all made through coming up through Mexico for 4 years under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, that Hindu Horus. We're not even talking about all of that. Just remittances of Mexican citizens sending money back to their country. While all the attention is focused on Somalis, Mexicans have been taking advantage of us for decades. That's a fact. That is a fact. They have been dumping their sewage from Tijuana into Texas. California. Into California for decades. Their raw sewage, dumping it into California, which we have to turn around and clean up with federal taxpayer money. So not only are you dumping your people in our country, and they send remittances back to you people in Mexico. Let me tell you something. I posted yesterday, New Year's Day. Yeah, New Year's Day. It was just one group of people just went to the mountains. I'm like, yeah, shit. Otherwise, I'll just sit and watch Ancient Aliens all day and American Greed, because nothing's open. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. Went with a group of people up to the mountains, bro. Beautiful mountains. Did one of the trails up near Black Hawk, Colorado. Go to the top of the mountain. Beautiful scenery up 11,000 feet. Gorgeous scenery. Beautiful. What do we hear? In one of the up there, just chilling, enjoying the beautiful mountain air, God's country, marveling at God's natural beauty. I've got the video. I'm going to post it on X. It's not a stereotype when it's fucking true. These individuals in their side-by-sides, $150,000 side-by-sides with suspension lifts, neon lights everywhere, loud-ass music, tearing up the road, dude, off the trail. You're not supposed to do that. See, American citizens, we have to abide by the rules, but the foreigners don't. They're laughing with their beers and shit in the vehicle, filming us with their mobile phones, tearing up the forest. Shit you not. Come to a stop because they see all of us up there and we're like, what? I'm just sitting there going, yeah, I don't know what the fuck y'all mad at. You voted for this shit. I'm going to let y'all sit and enjoy it. I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying nothing. Let you vote for this, because a lot of these people some of them are liberal. I met somebody who was an independent, but they're scared. They don't want to support Trump because, he's brash. He says mean things. But then you got these losers. They had Mexican flags on their freaking side-by-side. They were from Mexico, okay? I have the video footage. Not a stereotype. when it is true. They stopped, and one of the guys, while I'm sitting there in one of the off-road vehicles, and I'm just watching, and I'm like, I'm not busting a grape. I'm not getting out. I'm not saying nothing. I don't care. Y'all voted for this. I'm going to let y'all see what this does. I'm going to let y'all see, because they're going to start closing the roads now. They're going to start closing the trails again, because these idiots come up here. They go shooting up there. They leave their damn shell casings all over the place. They don't clean up behind themselves. They leave their freaking Tecate beer and Corona beer bottles and shit all over the place. Dude, the dude gets out as if to say, yeah, what's up? And so one of the dudes in our group goes over to him and says, you know, you're tearing up the trail. You're going to get the trail shut down because you're throwing gravel at people's rigs. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Fuck you. I don't care. I was like, I didn't say, I'm like, you vote for this shit because you're trying to be liberal and you're trying to be nice and you want them to have a better life while your people suffer. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to let you drown and bathe in your niceness while they are driving a $150,000 side by side and you're in a maybe $30,000 rig. Go ahead. They laugh at us. They're getting over on us. They've been doing it for years. Now they're mad at Trump because he's handling business and saying, you know what, we need to focus on ourselves and get all these foreign motherfuckers out of here who have been siphoning off our money. Kidding me? They won't. Colorado, they'll close the trails. And then nobody can use it. They don't care. These people are from the third world. They'll just go to the next one and do the same thing and get that trail shut down. You cannot be nice to people. Hate it for everybody, but there have to be lines drawn. There have got to be boundaries and lines drawn that cannot be crossed. We're living that right now because we got a bunch of foreigners over here who freaking hate us and who have been taking advantage of us and stealing our money. It's not just the Somalis. It's other groups who have been here for a long damn time. They've been giving all these illegals FHA loans, taxpayer funded, taxpayer backed federal housing loans, dude. What about credit? These foreigners don't have no credit because they haven't never been here before. But you're an American citizen, regular American citizen, you're a millennial or a Gen Zer, and you want to buy a house. Nope. You were late on a light bill 2 years ago. Nope, we ain't giving you nothing. But some bastard from El Salvador who just got here during Biden administration can waltz up in here and don't have to prove any financial anything. Here you go. Here's an FHA loan. Nope. People have gotten to the point where in fact, tomorrow, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to show you something. This is what we've come to. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, no, this is not it. Nope, this is not it. Oh, shoot, I know where it is. Dang it. I wish I could, I didn't send it to myself. That there is a thing tomorrow, I think it is, at 12 o'clock at every like state capital across the country. People are fed to fuck up with this. It's like a protest at every state capital that we're not paying taxes no more. We're done until y'all get these losers, these tethers, these foreign illegal and legal people. Nobody should come here and get straight on welfare. You can't. What? What's up, Pipes Peak Gamer? How you doing, girl? Your mom immigrated from El Salvador, took the test, and became a citizen, doing it the right way. And you know what? Thank you for sharing that. And you know what else? There's no excuse now. There's no excuse. Look at this. I'm gonna show you, and I'm glad you shared that. Thank you. And then I'm gonna get off of here. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's Friday night, and I have to go watch Ancient Aliens. There's no excuse now. Let me see. Hold on. Is this it? Look at this. There's no excuse. Wonderful President Nayib Bukele has locked up all the freaking criminals. Okay? They're in CCOT. This is El Salvador now. Yesterday, for New Year's celebration. Look at it. Look at all these beautiful young people. Look at this. Look at all these young people. That is El Salvador. That is El Salvador now. See, you said your grandma took the test in Spanish and got hers. Yep, what law and order does to a country. Dude, there's no excuse. Dude, Albrego Garcia, whatever. Why is he fighting to stay here? El Salvador, that's just one. I love Nayib Bukele. He is the best thing to happen to El Salvador, period. If you heard his story and what they had to go through to get where they are right now, it is admirable. Nayib Bukele came to America to it's the event in January. Well, it's here. And he came over and gave an absolute masterclass in civics, in law and order, in money, in avoiding and eliminating corruption. Absolute masterclass. I watched it and I'm like, dude, I'm watching this at least once a month. Nayib Bukele is just, he and his beautiful wife and their beautiful daughters. There's no excuse for anybody to be living abroad right now. You need to go home to El Salvador, like right now. Kilmer, okay. I remember why he don't want to go, because his ass committed crimes. But if you are a law-abiding citizen, thank you, Pikes Peak Gamer, for saying, there's no excuse. El Salvador is a vacation destination now. Dude, less than 10 years ago, it was the murder capital of the world. Nayib Bukele, it took one person who cared. One person. And it didn't, like, if you listen to his story, what in the world? If you listen to his story, then you will see him and his staff called on literal godly intervention to go through with what they did with El Salvador. That him and his group, the newly elected people, before he came in and told this entire room full of judges and people who were involved in corruption that they had already been investigated and that they're all probably going to jail. Like, before he even took to a lot of actions, when he first came into that office, they did like thundering appeals to heaven, arms up, submitting to God, and begged the Lord for strength and for protection. That dude did it correctly. Fired all the judges, fired all the corrupt prosecutors, fired everybody, put the criminals behind bars where they belong, and that's where they're going to be. Look, that man is going to be president forever. They're never going to, like, they don't want to go back to socialism and communism. And criminals running wild and butchering everybody. It can be done. It's been done. We're seeing it. El Salvador went from the murder capital of the world to one of the safest countries. It is literally the safest country in the Western Hemisphere right now. Safer than this one. Because Nayib Bukele said, I'm not going to have sympathy and be nice to freaking criminals who cut people's heads off. Left Coast said, Sparky, what's up? Nayib Bukele is my second favorite president. Obviously, our first favorite president is our president. I've seen the speeches you're talking about. First, get rid of the judges. Dude, thank you for that, Left Coast Sparky. There was no other way. Look what we are experiencing right now with these activist judges, with Nosferatu, aka Jeb Bossberg, Burl, what's her name? I was going to say Burl Ives, Burl Howell. These activist judges from foreign countries who've only been here for 2 years, and somehow they are the black-robed brood. Somehow they got a judge job. You've only been here for 2 years. You just got naturalized, and you're a judge? And you're blocking President Trump's agenda? We cannot be nice anymore. We can't be nice. It does not fucking work. We cannot be nice. I hate it for you, but people are going to have to grow a spine. And these members of Congress, they know they're going to have to show up, and they're going to have to do work. They know that American citizens are pissed the fuck off, and we are pissed. We don't want to hear your excuses. We don't want to hear your bullshit. They're already, members of the Senate are trying to slide in billions more dollars for illegal aliens to come here. They're still doing it. The Senate GOP, the Senate Democrats, still trying to bring illegals into this country. in a spending bill. Trump ain't signing that. He's not going to sign that. But they're still trying to do it. They have promised their corporation buddies, corporate buddies, that they're going to keep the illegal, cheap foreign labor coming in here. I don't know how they plan to do that. The borders are locked, hermetically sealed, bro. Ain't nobody coming in here, north or south. They ain't coming in. And the ones who are still here, who haven't yet self-deported, your offer that was on the table is done. You had until the 31st of December to haul out of here and take the $3,000 through CBP Home app. You didn't do that, and you still here. You think you're gonna wait Trump out? Bitch, we gonna make sure that he stays in office. Y'all owe me 4 more years. You understand that? You stole my diamonds. You don't get to keep my diamonds. You stole my diamonds. You can't keep the diamonds when you steal them. You got to give them back. You owe me for 4 years. I suffered through Joe Biden. I suffered through your bullshit, and you owe me for 4 years. Go to hell. Y'all owe me for 4 years of complete and total destruction and abuse. So figure it out. But we cannot maintain all of the theft because the rising prices, the inflation, was all caused because we were supporting the planet. We were supporting everybody. I could pull up story after story after story after story across the planet of countries that are on the verge of collapse right now because of President Trump's policies, because they're not getting USAID money anymore. They're not getting all the kickbacks anymore. We're not supporting their healthcare system anymore. And they're going to have to stop offering all this free healthcare because we ain't paying for it no more. Mighty funny how you can keep up a socialist system with other people's money as long as other people's money is coming in. The second that stops, can't offer free healthcare no more. You can't do it. We have literally been paying for the healthcare for Canada and Canadian citizens in Europe who are paying next to nothing or nothing for their healthcare, including Muslims who have like 12, 13, 14 members in their freaking family. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, Pikes Peak Gamer. Oh yeah, I'll have a whole episode on that coming up next week, matter of fact. We have been paying for the healthcare of foreigners in their countries so they could keep their healthcare costs down. Or nothing, or next to nothing. We have been paying for the world. We just did that stop. We were sending Afghanistan $40 million a week. I think because of the exposure and the legislation went through by Tim Burchett. I love him. He's amazing. He's one of the real deal Holyfields. Tim Burchett. He's awesome. He's like, wow, why are we sending $40 million a week to Afghanistan when they'll hate us for free? I love that man. He's a national treasure, I tell you what. So we've been propping up the Taliban. Dude, no more. No more money. No more money. And no more of bringing your asshole people over here. No vacancy. No vacancy. We are full. The inn is full. There's no room in the inn. There's nobody else that can come in. We don't want you here. You are not welcome here. Okay? And the ones who are still here, you're going to have to get the hell out. All right, well, that's my show for now. I've done enough ranting, but we'll be back next week with some more exciting details. And as the world turns, we'll just be here doing the damn thing. And man, it's going to be, I think 2026 is going to be amazing. It's going to be better than the last 10 years, dude. The big, beautiful, bodacious bill, that money just dropped. Oh, I see the new recruits for Homeland Security and ICE agents. And they gonna hire some more immediately, and they gonna have new classes for new recruits, and they gonna haul these monkey ass illegals out, and we can finally have some money of our own. They gotta go. You gotta go. Gotta go. And if you're a crazy white liberal, white guilt, you can take your ass too. Go see how long you last in Pakistan with all them crazy, sex crazed, nasty ass Pakistani dudes. See how long they let you walk the streets. I've seen the videos. Have you seen the one of the mother who, this nutty nutball crazy bitch? Hold on. She took her daughter to Pakistan and couldn't understand why her and her daughter were groped and pulled. What? Everybody's got to go. You're not a citizen, get the fuck out. That's it. That's my show. I appreciate you and thank you for watching and tolerating me rant. The prayers of the righteous availeth much, so keep those prayers going up for our president, for our country, for each other. We need it. We need it bad. God bless you. Straight up. Seriously, God bless you. Have a blessed weekend. We'll holla. Peace.